Hola, necesitas sacar tu paquete de gramática porque hoy vamos a tomar apuntes sobre other command forms. We have already learned how to form affirmative to commands as well as negative to commands, and now we are going to learn how to form usted commands, ustedes commands, and nosotros commands. Remember that in English, commands almost always stay the same, whether they are given to one or more people. So it doesn't matter if I was telling a little kid to stop, an adult to stop, or a group of people to stop. I use the word stop for all of them as a command. If I want to tell a group that I'm included in to stop, I just add the word let's in front of the verb, like let's stop. However, you can see that in Spanish, the command is different for each group of people. The to command is different than the usted command, which is different than the ustedes command, which is different than the nosotros command. Let's start off with usted commands first. Forming an usted command, the first step you want to do is go to the yo form of the verb. Then drop the o. Then you're going to add on the command ending. For AR verbs, you're going to add on a e. And for ER/IR verbs, you're going to add on a. So, let's look at the verb tirar. I went to my yo form in the present tense, tiro. And then I want to drop the o and add on a e, since it's an AR verb. Tire. If I want to make it negative, I just have to add the word no in front of the verb command. No tire. The verb hacer, I go to the yo form, which is hago. Since hacer is an ER verb, when I drop the o off the yo form, I'm going to add on an a. Haga. To make it negative, I just add the word no in front. Elegir, I'd go to the yo form, elijo. And since elegir is an I verb, when I drop the o off the ending, I'm going to add on an a as well. Elija. You can see why it's really important to go to the yo form first, because hago and elijo are different. They're infinitive forms. So remember, you need to go to the yo form first. Aquí tengo un ejemplo. Professor, choose a representative. Profesora, elija a un representante. Because remember, you probably want to use an usted command with a teacher or a boss. We do have a couple of exceptions. Verbs that end in car, gar, zar. Those car, gar, zar verbs are always causing us issues. They're going to have spelling changes in the usted, ustedes, and nosotros command forms. So all of the command forms that we're going to be talking about today, they're going to have spelling changes in them. Car verbs, the C is going to change to a QU. Gar verbs, the G is going to change to a GU. And zar verbs, the Z is going to change to a C. So it's the same spelling changes that we had in the preterite tense for these verbs too. I have an ejemplo with organizar. Representatives organized your papers before leaving. You'll notice that in my ustedes command, organizan, that Z changed to a C. So just remember that car, gar, zar verbs all have spelling changes in the usted, ustedes, or nosotros command forms. Now let's move on to ustedes commands. To tell two or more people to do or not to do something, which is like the ustedes, ellos, ellas form, you're going to add the letter N to the formal command. Let's break it down a little bit more. Forming ustedes commands, you're going to want to go to the yo form, drop the o, and then add on your command ending. For AR verbs, it's going to be EN, and for ER/IR verbs, it's going to be AN. So the only difference between an usted command and an ustedes command is the letter N. Ustedes commands have the addition of the letter N. So, tirar would be tiren, hacer would be hagan, and elegir would be elijan. You can see, again, that the only difference between the usted and ustedes commands is the addition of the letter N on all of these ustedes commands. And finally, we're going to talk about nosotros commands. We also have 3 steps in forming nosotros commands. The first step is go to the yo form. The second step is drop the o. And the third step is add the command ending, which for AR verbs is going to be amos, and for ER/IR verbs is going to be amos. Let's compare some ustedes commands with some nosotros commands. Compren is compremos. Coman is comamos. Escriban becomes escribamos. Cierren becomes cerremos, so we don't want to do the stem change. Vuelven becomes volvamos. So you'll notice that in 4 and 5 we did not do the stem change in the command form. To say let's go, you're going to use vamos. But to say let's not go, you're going to use no vayamos. Aquí tengo un ejemplo con un mandato de nosotros. Let's not litter. No tiremos basura en el parque. The nosotros, nosotras command is actually the same as using the vamos a plus infinitive that you learned in Spanish 1. Comamos en un restaurante. Number 1 is an example of a command. Vamos a comer en un restaurante. Number 2 is an example of using ir/a plus infinitive. These two sentences technically mean the same thing, they're just using different grammatical techniques. But we do unfortunately have some irregular commands, and here is a list of them. Our dar, estar, ir, saber, and ser are going to have irregular usted, ustedes, and nosotros commands. Remember, to say let's go, use vamos, and to say let's not go, use no vayamos. Let's go over pronunciation really quickly, starting with dar. The usted command is going to be de, the ustedes command is going to be den, and the nosotros command is going to be demos. The star command, usted command is going to be este, ustedes is going to be esten, and nosotros is going to be estemos. Ir, our usted command is vaya, ustedes command is vayan, and the nosotros is vamos or vayamos, depending on if it's positive or negative. The usted command for saber is sepa, ustedes is sepan, nosotros sepamos, and ser is going to be sea for the usted command, sean for the ustedes, and seamos for the nosotros.